What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about this guitar. This is a guitar that I ordered off of Temu, and there were some pretty spirited concerns about the last video we made as well as the guitar itself in the comment section, and I thought, you know what? Let's just talk about it. Let's just be real and talk about it. And if you saw the thumbnail, Temu actually reached out to me after I made that video. So we're gonna I have their email and I'm gonna read it to you. It's interesting. It surprised me in a good way, actually. So, first of all, let's talk about YouTube content. First of all, I don't take money from anybody to do reviews. This was a genuine curiosity to me because I kept seeing this thing in my timeline on Facebook. And so I have that Gibson custom shop guitar, and I was like, this would be a fun video because it's like the exact opposite extremes of cost. I think it was $212 or $219, something like that, to my door for that guitar. And I was like, this would be very interesting because a lot of people try to compare these very inexpensive guitars with the very expensive ones. I've never done it before, so because I've never actually owned any of this stuff because I'm just not into it. I don't really care about these really inexpensive knockoff guitars. It's just not my jam. So I don't really get into them that much. When it comes to getting the guitar, I just got it and I opened it with you on the video. When we start talking about knowing that it was a Gibson peg head, I had no idea. Here's the thing. I hate counterfeits. Absolutely hate counterfeits. I don't do it with fountain pens. I don't do it with knives. I don't do it with guitars. We check Leslie's stuff when she buys purses. I just 100% disagree with any sort of theft of intellectual property. Owning a business and having owned businesses for the last 40 years, pretty much, yeah, pretty close. I just cannot handle the theft of intellectual property. It's absolutely, ugh, I hate it. So had I known that it had one of those peg heads on it, I wouldn't have even ordered it. We would have found something comparable, maybe, if I was curious about it, but I was literally curious about that particular listing. It probably been hitting me in my Facebook for like, I don't know, maybe a month and dude, puppy camera bumping, sorry. Zeba, can you not hit the camera tripod, please? Thank you. So, it was one of these things where I was just gonna try it. We get it out of the box with you, absolutely, it's a pile of garbage. It is 100% a pile of garbage. One of the things I want to talk about with this, and I think it's really important to have these conversations, is a lot of people are like, well, you're just wasting a guitar if you destroy it. China already has your money, so why does it matter? Why can't you give it to a poor kid? Won't a school appreciate it? Why don't you just put some work into it and make it playable? All that kind of stuff. The problem is the guitar cannot be made playable. Well, I take that back. Let's talk about what it would take to make the guitar playable. First of all, I'd have to spend money, and I'm not willing to spend money on it for a couple of reasons. One, I have 3 other juniors, so I don't care. Second of all, the work that would need to be done. So first of all, we would need to find a compensated bridge for it. So that's about 80 bucks. I know because somebody just sent me one to try on another guitar. We would have to actually pull the frets, re-level the fretboard, refret it, if we could get the neck to be stable and straight, because it's not straight. The next thing that would have to happen is we would actually have to sand the back of the neck, because remember I mentioned how it's all lumpy, to make it smooth, to make it playable. We'd have to replace the nut. We'd have to replace the tuners. We would definitely have to replace the pickup. And obviously we would replace the pots and cap. That's easy at that point. All of these things would take hours and hours and hours and a lot of money to do, and it's just not worth it. Now, if I were to just give that guitar to someone, I believe that I would be, and I believe this in all my heart, I don't do this with any cheap guitar. I do not, and this is one of the things that I talk about on this channel all the time, I do not recommend really inexpensive, bad guitars to new players. Because I want everybody in the world to play a guitar. Why would I intentionally present them with a bad experience? It makes no sense. So the guitar won't stay in tune, it won't actually ever really tune, it sounds terrible, there's nothing good about this thing. It's a piece of garbage. So honestly, if it was up to me, I would just destroy it. I wouldn't give it to anybody. We've done this a couple of times with guitars in the past, acoustic guitars mostly, that were just terrible and unplayable and showed up broken and this kind of stuff. So if it is not really a guitar, it is a guitar-shaped object, then I don't feel bad about destroying it because there's really no reasonable way to get it playable for somebody. And if I were to gift it to them, like I said, it would just be a disservice. That being said, I'm not going to destroy it. I don't think. I think I've changed my mind. I got an email from Temu. And this is interesting. I was really surprised by this. I'm not surprised by the first part, but I'm surprised by the second part. And maybe I'll put this up on the screen. Whoops. Maybe I'll put this up on the screen so you all can read it. Dylan, dear Dylan, I hope you're doing well. I'm Richie from Temu. I recently came across your YouTube video and really appreciate the time and effort you put into testing and sharing your thoughts. Here's the link to your video. I thought this was spam at first. I truly appreciated how detailed and professional your review was. It was a pleasure to watch. That said, I'm so sorry to hear that certain details like the pickguard and fretboard didn't fully meet your expectations. Specifics. We truly value your input and are always looking for ways to improve our product quality. If possible, could you share your order number, PO number with us? This would help our team investigate and make sure that we're addressing any issues properly. This is normal boilerplate stuff that I get all the time from anything. I get this all the time. This could be junk mail to this point. This is interesting though. I also want to highlight that Temu is committed to protecting intellectual property rights and has strict policies against listing or selling products that violate any third-party trademark, copyright, or patent rights. Just for your information, we have developed an IP portal, there it is, for reporting intellectual property rights infringements. If needed, feel free to use this link at any time. If you have any other feedback, blah, 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 blah. That impressed me. Do they actually do anything with it? I don't know. What good does it do when I use that portal? I'm not sure. But in full transparency, I wanted to share that with you because I'm like, wow. I mean, customer service in any respect, no matter what the product is, bad or good, if customer service reaches out, tries to do the right thing, I have to share that because I would expect somebody to share that about my stuff, right? I think that's really important. So I want to share that with you. I think that's really cool. I'm going to just try to return it. Instead of giving it more time, giving it more airtime, giving it more attention than it deserves, I'm just gonna return it. I was thinking about, doing all that other fun stuff, but people are, no matter what we do, people will just say, well, it's just for clickbait. In a way, it sort of would be, and it would be fun to do. It would be fun to do, but I get what a lot of you are saying. So I'm going to go ahead and return it. Another thing I would like to address with this is that the level of transparency that we put on our channel is second to none. I mean, we really, really try to be as upfront and honest with everybody as possible. I did not get where I am in life with the YouTube channel, with my happy family, with my entire life by being dishonest. And so the folks that accuse us of that in the comments section is we just don't need it. So if you don't want to follow our channel because you feel that I'm dishonest, just unsubscribe. Don't watch, whatever. You know, I don't need you because I care about people who care about what we do. And if you don't, there's the exit. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. So, and it's no shade on anybody in particular. It's just that type of mentality. I just, you know, I just don't need it. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So, but to everybody who kind of got the point of what we were doing here, part of it was kind of funny. Part of it was an experiment. Part of it was curiosity. And honestly, part of it and a lot of it and most of it was actually educational because I really care about understanding what this stuff is like. Because I want people to know so that they don't make these mistakes and so that you have a good experience playing whatever guitar you try to purchase. Buy the most expensive and nicest, not most expensive, let's say this, buy the best and nicest guitar that you can afford reasonably without putting yourself into a situation. Don't buy one of these. Don't buy one of these and don't support any kind of counterfeiting stuff. So I'm going to try to put it back in the styrofoam and see if they will return it. If they don't take the return, maybe we'll do something fun with it. So if you see something in the future on this guitar, you will know that they didn't accept my return, but I think they will. They're pretty cool about it. I can email this guy back and probably arrange something and it'd be cool. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. And thanks to everybody who watched the video. Thanks to everybody who responded and commented. Even those of you that didn't agree with how I did the video, I took your input, we put it into this video, and honestly took your input in deciding what we're gonna do with this thing. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I know a lot of you were maybe intending to be negative toward the video, but it wasn't. It was a good contribution, and I appreciate you very much. Except for the people that called me a liar, they can go pound sand. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. You guys like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff that's not like this, about nicer stuff and about stuff that actually matters. This was just kind of fun and educational. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next video.